Alf, hobby family, we're going to have a kind of more of a serious talk today. I'm going to get some pushback on the titling. Man, that's just overly dramatic. Man, your title is so overly dramatic and clickbait or whatever. I really don't feel like this is clickbait at all. I actually think that it's more reality than people want to accept. And that's why I think that sports card breaking, and the addiction behind it is a very serious subject in our hobby. When we're making content, as content creators, a lot of times you look around, you see what else is out there. For me, I see lots of excitement, and that's not a bad thing. Look, when new products come out, I think it's cool that there's, hits to chase. There's a bounce. Someone's put out a huge bounty to add a card to their collection. That's fine. I do understand that there are a lot of exciting new products. Let's not kid ourselves. The sports card hobby, it is absolutely booming. It's at its most popular, maybe ever, in the history of card collecting / speculation. But there are certainly some blind spots out there. We're going to talk about it today. It might be a little bit of a windy road of a video. Stay to the end. I'll pull it all together if I get off track a little bit. Before I start, let's save some money with the affiliate partners. We've got PSA. If you're a first-time PSA submitter, $25 off your first submission. One card minimum. It's the SCD25 promo code at the shipping and billing screen, and it is $25 off just with one card going over to PSA. Pristine Auction, you're looking for a variety of good inventory, whether it's sports cards, non-sports cards, sports memorabilia, pop culture items, all the cool stuff. They've got weekly auctions, daily auctions, 10-minute auctions, their monthly elite auction. Make sure to check it out. $10 off your first auction victory with a promo code that I've got down below, so make sure to take advantage, my friends. And also, as I've said over the last few days, SlabMag orders are flying. People recognizing that, you know what? I want my best cards not only protected, UV protection, the autographs, the surface, and so forth, but displaying with the SlabMag is the only way to display, in my opinion, the best way. Fantastic look. Sports Card Dad promo code at SlabMags gets you 10% off your entire order. All right, first, let me shout out a fellow content creator, a show that I watch, and it's a sports card strategy show that's put on by Paul and his guys over there. They do a great job. They're trying to buy and sell cards for profit. They are professional flippers, if you will. In one of his most recent episodes, though, he talks specifically about card breaks and how it has affected their community, the work that they're having to do to fix a lot of what's going on with excessive card breaks. I'm going to play this clip. It is a couple of minutes, but it is worth the full listen. So here we go. Let's spin it up.
We want the hobby to grow, and we want you to make smart decisions. And a lot of people, whether you're a longtime listener or a new listener, a lot of people get super excited, put a bunch of money into a new release, only to not get the lottery ticket that they're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and get on a quick soapbox here, and then I'm going to bring it back down to earth, give you a quick take on why I'm not excited about Topps Chrome 2024 football, and then hand it over to Lefty. So my soapbox is I hate that Fanatics is promoting breaks. So like they own Fanatics Live, which is a live shopping platform focused primarily on breaks. So many people in the hobby are becoming addicted to breaking. It's bad. I hate it. And when you go to buy into Topps Chrome football, you see right here before you get into being able to buy the value box, and the hobby boxes, hobby cases, mega boxes, and mega cases are already sold out from Topps. So you got to get them on eBay now or the secondary market. Maybe David Adams, maybe Steel City, blah, 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 whatever. You can still get the value box. But here's the thing. What do you see right above that? Join live breaks on Fanatics Live. And it's promoting this Topps Chrome release. And what does it have right here? A Tom Brady autograph Superfractor 1 of 1, right? I hate this because, first of all, new people in the hobby fall for this. They think, oh, 25, I'm going to get $25. This is just as bad, if not worse, than the DraftKings, FanDuel, and all the other sports books in terms of people becoming addicted to this, people losing money, people having to dig themselves out of a hole. Lefty, how many times, real quick sidebar here to give Lefty some airtime. How many people do we get asking us on the premium pod for our help breaking their breaking addiction, as well as helping them dig them out of the hole from all the breaks that they've wasted money in?
Yeah, I mean, it's most of the people that are in there. We're doing BA Breaks Anonymous.
Yeah, Breaking Addiction Anonymous, basically.
Yeah,
Lefty's right.
We're running a support group.
So you heard it there from Paul and his community. There are a lot of folks that get started, come in on break. So if there's one positive thing, I guess you could say, is that breaking does bring in new hobbyists. And I know that'll be part of the response from people that really enjoy breaks or breakers is, hey, look, we're bringing new hobbyists into the mix. The problem is as we know, there is a lack of education for new people that are coming in. Expectations are out of line, typically, for people that are just kind of coming in and getting in on a new break. And what do I mean by that? When I see athletes on social media that are opening up packs or part of a promotion, maybe it's for Topps or Panini or whatever it is, athletes, they're brought in and they're opening packs. And a lot of them will say, I think I got some good cards out of the packs. They don't actually know what they're worth in a lot of cases. And they'll say too, hey, I pulled a couple of autos. I got a couple of nice like patch auto cards. The assumption for them is that those auto cards are probably worth some money because a lot of the social media is pushed around flipping cards, making money, and oh, look at the huge sale. The Wembanyama sells for $800,000, sells for $1 million. So a lot of the thinking is around, okay, I'm getting in and this is a money-making venture. So the expectations, I believe, for a lot of new-time hobbyists, newcomers or getting back into the hobby, they found it through breaks, is they're thinking, okay, let's make some money here. And I've heard feedback from viewers as well that have said it's fairly consistent where the breaker will say, let's make you some money tonight. Let's make you some money. So expectations coming in are, hey, let's pull that fire hit, pull a banger or fire or whatever. Riz. I don't know. I'm just going to throw out words that young people use these days. No, but seriously, there is a disconnect with what is an actual hit, what's actually worth some serious money coming out of a pack, and what's not. And here's kind of the problem here is most of the hits in quotation marks are not big hits in reality. Sure, sometimes we'll see the one of one nebula, whatever, get pulled out for a particular player. And it is a serious hit. But a lot of times, most of the time, it might be an auto card, but how many autos are being put in new products for just players that nobody knows or veterans that nobody cares about? Sure, I'd love to get a Bobby Hebert autograph out of a pack or out of a break, but I know just from being in the hobby for a good amount of time that that's not a card that's worth any money. That might be an autograph card, but I'm not getting my money back from this break. And so a lot of breaks and breaking is being sold to the public or just longtime hobbyists as, yeah, but entertainment value. It's fun though, right? It's fun. It's the entertainment value. They have to sell the entertainment value because the return on the money being spent in on this stuff is shit. It is really, really low. And so again, if you're brand new, there's a lack of education around it. And also there are certain breakers that are not setting proper expectations in these breaks. And that's the thing that really bothers me the most. It's fine if you're a breaker and you're really kind of selling it on, look at the design of the cards. These are wicked cards. The checklist looks really good. You're really kind of pushing a collector angle. But if you're pushing a let's make money angle, or we're going to make you rich angle, that's bullshit. And that's the stuff that I really can't stand. Another phrase that I can't stand that I hear in the hobby, but I also hear it a ton in the sports betting side of the world, the repack side of the world, is degen. Oh man, you're such a degen. You're opening up these boxes. You're getting into these breaks. Oh, he's buying into more breaks. What a degen. This is almost like a cool term for a lot of young people. And I'm talking a lot of, 18 to 25 bracket of age. Some are older for sure, but I see a lot of 18 to 25-year-olds that are blowing a tremendous amount of money. And guys, look, let's not kid ourselves. Opportunity cost is extremely high these days. Whether you make a lot of money, you make a little bit of money, our dollar as a family or as an individual that's looking to build a family or build a life is extremely valuable. It always is. So the idea that we just have all this money, whether you make a lot of money or you don't make a lot of money, you probably don't have a lot of money to just blow on degenning. But again, it is part of the culture these days. What's a little bit different about sports cards and sports card breaks that I would like to see is a 14-year-old can't walk into Caesar's Palace and jump on and play a round of blackjack. It can't. A 14-year-old, 15-year-old can't join the poker table in Vegas, at least the way that I understand it. But they can sure as hell participate in sports card breaks, and that's an issue in my mind. What are we teaching our young people? In an effort just to sell a new product, if you're a manufacturer. I talked about it on a previous video a few days ago, Michael Rubin talking about Topps 40% of product going to breakers. That's a hell of a lot of new product going to breakers. Maybe it's always been that way and it's just now being talked about publicly. That is a ton. And actually, explains a lot. It explains what's happened here over the last 10 years in our hobby. Almost half of the product is being distributed. If that's the distro method, is a break, man, that's rough. That is really rough. And so make it make sense. Make it make sense. You know, people say like, oh, the demand for breaks is so high. Why is that? In part because that's the only option for a lot of people. So here's the cycle. Oh, new product sold out immediately on Panini and Topps in 30 seconds. Oh, but I can get on the secondary market now for double the price. So that $200 box is now a $400 or $500 box. I don't really have the money to go $400 or $500 on a box, but I guess I could buy a $75 break spot and hope for the best. I can fractionalize my chances of getting into some of the cards that I want. And this is the cycle. So is it true demand for breaks? Is it true demand? Or is it simply that that's the only option when 40 to 50% of the product, the overall product, goes to breakers? Help me understand it. Panini runs a reverse Dutch auction on new products. So Panini Prism, whether that's football, basketball, WNBA. I think it was WNBA first off the line. Hobby boxes sold out at like $2,700 on the Panini website. Because of course the price starts high and it comes down and then they sell out. From a manufacturing standpoint, it's fantastic because you're taking that chunk of the secondary market price. It's a lot better if you're the manufacturer than putting the box online for $800. They all sell out at $800 and then the next day they're online for $1,500, $2,000. And then you're the manufacturer and you're like, damn it, we didn't price this high enough because the secondary market literally a day later is double the price. So how do they combat that? Pretty smart. If you're the manufacturer, start it really high, and then where it sells out, it sells out. But it's not individuals that are selling it out. It's breaking companies. It's large operations that are coming in, buying it out at $2,700, selling it out in fractional spots, and they make money off of it. Just think about that for a second. They're buying it out at an overpriced price of $2,700 a box, and then they have to make money on top of that. So what does that mean for you, the consumer? Not great. Not great at all. And so that's why I always get on here preaching just buy the singles. Buy the damn singles. You can get a Caitlin Clark, whether it's Select or Prism. Her auto cards, her massive hits, they're $1,500 to $2,000, which you might be like, my God, that's a lot of money to pay for a Caitlin Clark auto. Go check what the break prices are to get into an Indiana Fever break spot for a box or a case or whatever it is. You may as well just buy the cards. And I bring this up because there are real people, there's real families behind these stories of folks going off, losing tens of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, even hundreds of dollars can be a lot of money for certain individuals and families. And I know what a lot of people will say, personal responsibility, everyone gets to choose what they do with their money. Absolutely, and you're absolutely right. But here's what's going to happen. That personal responsibility part, they're simply going to look at our industry, they're going to see the way that the distribution model works, and they're going to say, oh, damn, the only way I can actually get in a product, I can A, buy singles, which hopefully that's the answer, or it's B, I have to get into breaks or buy very expensive hobby boxes to get the cards that I need. And what a lot of people will do is they'll say, you know what, I've got a history of kind of getting in too deep. I'm just going to stay away from this. I don't want to get caught up. I don't want to have a $10,000 credit card bill. And my wife is talking about divorce. I don't want any interest in that. But what you don't realize as a manufacturer is there's a lot of people that A, will never get in because they're going to look at the way this thing is run and they're just going to say, you know what, too expensive of a hobby. I'm going to go play golf. Or B, it's going to be that they get in, they do breaks, 80 to 90% of them are going to lose money, and then they get out anyway. Or maybe they get into other parts of the hobby. That's what hopefully is what happens. You won't know that because they're not going to fill out a feedback form. Their feedback form is essentially social media, which we see it all the time. Go on to Facebook groups, go on to IG, go everywhere, YouTube, and there are stories about people like, damn, got absolutely smoked in these breaks. Every time there is new product that comes out, there is always content creators that are watching the breaks happen. Man, people are getting absolutely annihilated on New Prism. People are getting killed in Topps Chrome or Topps Dynasty or whatever it is. Every single product that comes out, that is what the story is. So we can keep on going down this road, but for the long-term hobby, I don't see how this is a positive. I really don't. It seems completely unsustainable. It feels like short-term thinking. It doesn't feel like an area that we should triple down on unless you want to see triple the stories in the years to come of people that are in huge credit card debt and their lives fell apart. So many of you will say this is overly dramatic, and maybe for many, most hobbyists, they're able to control this. They can, hey, they've got a budget, they've got this much to spend on breaks, they got this much to spend on singles, and they're having a great time. I don't want to rain on your parade. There's a million fun things about this hobby. That's why I'm here. Collectibles as a whole is incredible, but these are the types of stories that just aren't getting told. I just don't see them out there, and I think they're important reminders to people that while this can be really fun, don't have too much fun, or frankly, it can end in financial ruin. Friends, have an amazing day ahead. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.